What's cooking, everybody? It's Breeze, and you're here for another episode of the What's Cooking podcast, home of the hottest upcoming entrepreneurs and business people around the world. So today I got a good friend of mine, somebody new from a previous business venture that I had before, and he's actually going to speak about a couple things, including his business ventures outside of what we've done together. He's going to speak about his music label that he started up. He's going to speak about, his artist that he also brought along with us. And he's also going to speak about himself, of course. And yeah, he's going to speak about just, everything that's been going on recently for him and, like I said, other ventures. And yeah, so, please welcome my boy TC.
You know the vibes, Mr. Pot Champagne itself. When I come outside, they come inside home swooping to PC out there, 3 3 4. You know what's up.
Yes. And then please welcome my guy Reke too.
Yo, what's good, y'all? I'm Reke.
Oh, I'm sorry, Reke. Now the way it's spelled, it's like, you feel me, it's one, so I'm just thinking it's Reke. Yeah. So like I said, backstory how I met TC. Like I said, just actually, to be honest, the way I met TC was more so like through friends, if anything. Like we was in the same like business, like we was in like marketing business and whatnot together, but like we didn't like really work together. It's like we just met through having like mutual friends and whatnot. So that's how we met, and yeah, we just been locked in since. You feel me? When he started the music business, I was like one of his like main supporters. So, still am for sure, still am for sure. Yeah. So yeah. So let's dive right into it. So TC, is a Noop, right? For those of you that don't know what a Noop is, that's a Kappa, and he started a brand called She with the Noops Now. Now, we don't have to speak too much on the meaning behind that, but like, tell us like the idea to like what started that brand, basically.
Alright, so I'm gonna give y'all a backstory. So She with the News Now came from my best friend, my business partner, Felix. He from
Felix.
Shout out him. So I'm gonna give y'all like an origin. So it came from Beta Z. That's the chapter at Toledo. So they started, the She with the News Now and stuff like the chant. So Fee, he was like heavy with them, he messed with them. They chapters got like real mob ties. So he came back to New York because he's from New York. He just pledged in Ohio. So we in the projects one day. I'm on the couch. I just woke up, literally. Just woke up, brushed my teeth. Like, yo, I got this saying. It's gonna go. I'm like, okay, what is it? So he like, She with the Noose Now. So he's saying like 4 times. I'm like, but he pausing. So I'm like, you need to put something in between the pauses. So I just told him what to say. We went to what we went to? Oh, we went to the Alpha Cookout. After that, we did that. A week later, we went to New Jersey. My son, he was strolling. I know y'all seen the video. It hit a middle of the day. He took an Alpha shorty. You feel me? By, the shoulders. The girls love the shoulders. No offense. And it went viral. So we was like, yo, we gotta take this. And it started a business. And since 2019, that changed like the Greek world for everybody. We started with just us. For the news, we just started with us. Then we built it on to put it for sorority. So he with the K's, he with the Poodles, he with the Reds, he with the Zetas, and we've been going strong since 2019, for real.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting because it's like I didn't know nothing about Greek life until like literally, like you said, 2019. Like that was the year I feel like it really became a big thing, especially because I feel like that's when everybody, especially to the whole Forex wave went around, and half of our guests so far like are people I've met through that, right? So it's like and majority of those people, well, not the guests, but the people that were in those businesses were Greek. So it's like for me, I was never like even exposed to the Greek culture until then. So it's like it was just a funny story. I remember like one time I was hanging out with both of them, Felix and TC, and I posted, like we were just all vibing. When I posted in my story, I said, yeah, I'm with the Noops now. Like I don't even know what that meant. Yo, all the Greeks are telling me like, yo, take this down, please, take this down. Nah, it was just hilarious, man. Cause like I said, man, I ain't know nothing. It's crazy because it's like my closest friends are like noobs, so it's just like it's crazy. Even our previous guests, like Jay Frank, he's a noob. We had 3 deltas on here: Jalicia, Aaliyah, Cece. Yeah, Cece, and who else? Oh yeah, Dr. Black, he's a Sigma. Yeah, so like we've been really trying to tap into different cultures, environments, communities, organizations, and whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to have more people of that of those backgrounds here, especially being that majority of our audience are like, young Black adults. So it's like we know, half of y'all probably in sororities and fraternities yourselves, or especially for the younger age, like the teenagers, we know y'all probably interested in getting to these things. So we want to try our best to really bring on people that really, represent for that. Yeah. So from the Shield the Noobs now. So what exactly? So it was merch. Like what the audience probably wants to know.
Yeah, so we started with the chant, ended up going to shirts, hoodies, towels, hats. We got a lot of stuff for the summer. I don't want to like put that out yet, but we got a lot of drops about to come. But yeah, it started it was merch and it just was going crazy. It went viral. Like I remember I went to LA. First time ever being on the West Coast, whatever, for me. I go, somebody like, yo, you Slicc TC? I'm like, yeah, what's up? They're like, yo, that's Mr. She with the news now. I'm like, oh shit, like damn man. LA and they know me, it's like it was dope. Like dang, like I'm just a kid from the Bronx and it's like that was dope. Then a dude, he had my shirt on. So like I'm about to sign in on the business page just to like, just post from both pages and whatnot. He's like, yo, throw me on that, throw me on that. I got the shirt. I said, bro, I was already gonna throw you on that, but it's just like for him to have that enthusiasm to be like, throw me on that. I'm like, yo, I'm making a change and so it was like very dope. That was a very dope experience for me. Like,
Yeah,
dang, I'm on the West Coast, like they know me. You feel me?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you partially answered my question though, because I was gonna ask like, do you feel like you've been getting like a lot of support like from the Greek organization, like not just from like people that you know personally, but like the old heads, the people that just like joined like the previous semester from when you started, like.
I've been getting a lot of love from like all old heads, neos, all that. Like it's crazy because it's like I done sold shirts to probably every 50 state. No lie. Like at least if I miss one, somebody that's from there brought it. So it's like it's crazy. I just met like a lot of neos and stuff, and they came up to me like, I used to sing this in my dorm room. And I'm like, damn, like it's like even before I was a noob, I was like, yo, this is harsh. They were saying, I'm like, damn, like I'm really. It's crazy. Like when you meet these people, they be they're like, you know who started that? Like my manager, I'm like, you know who started shit with the news? Now he right there. They're like, yo, for real? And shit. Oh, it's crazy. Like, shit, it's dope. It's a very like blessing to be like, dang, I'm making a change in the world. Like, well, I made a change in the world. I'm still making a change. So it's very dope.
Yeah. So correct me if like I'm yeah, correct me if this is wrong, I should say. So like my idea would probably be to just like go to all the events and just bring mad merch with you. Like, is that accepted? Like, are you allowed to do that? Like, sell merch?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like people. So for the D9, that's like all the predominantly black organizations. A lot of people think we have beef because it's like, oh, you're a noob. He's an alpha. He's a sigma. He's a cube. Vice versa and stuff. Oh, he's an iota. Like we all support and show love to each other. Like when we throw these events, they're not just for your organization to come. They're really to give back to the community because that's really what we were like. Majority of us was made to give back to the community. So nobody's gonna care. They're gonna like support you. Oh yo, my man, he got the shit with the news now. Shit, go over there. Vice versa. Somebody came to my like a new cookout and they were selling something. Yo, my son, he sell this. Like go holler at him. So it's all love. I mean, I get love. I don't know about for everybody else, but I say for the most part, that D9 beef that everybody think that stuff is cap. So don't be thinking people out here beefing like, nah, not that.
And really quickly, I'm sure the audience at home wants to know like what got you to pledge, like what really, sparked your interest. Not only to pledge, but also to pledge to be a Kappa.
What made me pledge? What really caught my interest, like just being a minority for real. So like my organization, we profit on achievement. So our motto is achievement every field of human endeavor. So just by having that, just prompted of like, dang, this is a group prompted on achievement. And all my life, your moms, your pops, your grandma, whoever, achieve. The neighborhood drug dealer, the neighborhood fiend, go to school, do this. So I'm like, all my life I've been told to achieve, excel, go higher, And I come from, my family, we come from righteous. Like all minorities, we come from righteous if you really dig into your background. So just being prompted on achievement all my life and just seeing that there's this organization prompted on it and it's just like, nah, this caught my attention. Went in my dorm room and searching and stuff. And I pledged my senior year, so it took me like a while to be like, do I really want to do this? Because I was just a kid from the streets and I'm like, I don't care about this fraternity stuff. But then I started, when I dug deep into it, I'm like, nah, this caught my attention and I pledged. And I reactivated my chapter too as well.
Like what do you mean by like you just turned it up or you just?
I mean, like my last, like the last line from my chapter was full 10. I'm full 18. So when you reactivated chapter meeting, it came back because my chapter was.
No, I get that. I'm saying like, was it more so like, you know, like you're this lit guy that everybody want to be like? Is that why like it became that way, or is it just like?
When you reactivate, you just bring the chapter back.
Oh, okay.
You just bring the chapter back. But everybody.
I say you the trendsetter on campus.
Of course, everybody knows what's up with the zoo. You know, I know what's up with the zoo. They know. Big Zio, they know what's up.
Okay, that's what's up. So from there, you went on and you got your master's right after, right? Right. Yes, sir. That's what we like to hear over here. Young black educated men. Yes, audience, clap it up at home. But yeah. So speak on like the experience it was, you know, especially to, I guess like from a, I guess you could say alumni standpoint. Well, like being that you're in grad school, is that considered like, are you considered like alumni when it comes to like, you know, the whole Greek thing? Or?
I mean, you are, but you're not, because you gotta. Well, I was in an alumni chapter right after I graduated. Because like I told you, I pledged my senior year. So right after that, yeah, I was a part of my undergrad chapter and still a part of my alumni and stuff.
Wait, Reke, are you a noob too? Oh, okay. No, I was just asking. Yeah. So from there we go to, well, cause I know too, like the, you know, you guys clicked up with the Welly fan people. I know, you know, Rome. That's, you know, yeah, Rome. That's my best friend right there. You know, he's a noob as well. But yeah. So going into the music side. So now, speak about like, like the, I guess the creation of PCR and like what does that mean, and you know, what does that mean to you and all of that.
Alright, so PCR, it stands for Pop Champagne Records. My name is Mr. Pop Champagne himself, so you know, like it just really originated from that, like alright, you know, like Pop Champagne, and like when I say champagne, like yes, we're talking about the drink, but like champagne.
I'm sure nobody at home was thinking anything different.
No, I mean, like me and my mans, if me and my mans we out, we gonna be like, yo, pop the champagne. I just mean like, yo, pop it over, like start it up. So like,
not to stop you. It's just like you were just speaking about, you know, everybody says that, you know, you're meant to achieve. So it's like, what do we symbolize achievement with? You know, celebrations, popping champagne. So yeah, I like how the correlation goes right there, you know? Yeah, but as you were saying, I'm sorry.
yes, you know, you good. So I started my label and stuff, and then it was me and I told my boy Chief Chase, I'm like, yo, I'm about to start rapping. I'm gonna start my movement. I'm gonna start my label. So he was messing with me. Then I got my boy Easy. He messing with me. Then I got my brother from Baltimore, Frenchie Cash. He Cash Entertainment. So we like linked our labels together. And then I met my boy Reke. Signed my boy Reke. You feel me? So yeah, but like what it means to me is just like, yo, we just grinding, bro. Like honestly, like we just a group of artists. It means family to me though, for the most part. Like all of us, we knew each other. We had previous like bonds besides the music. So it's not like we just all clicked up because like, you know, we have this raw talent. It was like from family and all that. So like it was not no slime ball stuff, if you understand what I'm saying. But like for my label, I'm taking it to like levels. So like I'm looking to get like content creators, models, athletes, all that. Like, so I want to take my level to the next level. Now I'm going to take my label to the next level.
Okay, so being that you're an artist, I know like you mostly rap, right? So like, do people? Well, this is kind of a two-sided question. So first side is like, you know, do people, you know, kind of, because you know everything's about image. Do people take this whole like, you know, schoolboy image and think, oh, he can't do music because, like, no, I'm not even trying like, you know.
That's real though. Nah, I ain't going to. People know what's up, so like, you feel me? Like, nobody be like, oh, you went to school. Like, nah, people know TC. They know. There's stuff deeper than college or that. They know what's up. So,
Yeah, try to give you the college treatment.
That's good. Nah, people, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out them boys though.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out. I ain't gonna lie. People don't play with me though with that. Cause I still be outside, so like, they know what's up.
Yeah. Now, the other side to the question is, do like, well, does everybody like, I guess, especially on like, you know, the Greek side, does like, do people kind of look at you like in a, I guess it's kind of like a negative way because you're doing like music and stuff like that?
Nah, I feel like people like they like it, and it's like me. I rap about myself, so like I'm not trying to be nobody. I talk about going to college in my music. I talk about being a noob in my music. Like I had a bar. I had a bar in my song when I said I'm a noob, not a Kappa. I'm a noob, not a Kappa. I be talking like you feel me, like a pastor. So it's like I put it in there to make it like, you know, like to let people know I'm not ashamed of what I do or what I was, you know, or like what I am. It's like I rap about my life. This is my life. So like whatever I go through, I'm gonna put it in music. How I'm feeling at that moment.
Okay, so you spoke about like the transition of how everybody's labels kind of came together and made PCR. So speak about like the relationship between you and Reke, how that came about. Or I mean, he could Reke if you want to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nah. So in college, I went to Texas A&M,
Okay.
and we had just came out
Where are
here.
you from originally? I hear
I'm
like a
from
little.
Dallas. I'm
Okay,
from Dallas.
I hear a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
accent. That's why I was
yeah. I'm
just
from
like,
Dallas. I'm from
okay.
Dallas. So yeah, we had came out here, really just on some tourist shit, just for the homie birthday. It was just for the homie birthday. And like, so two of the girls that came with me, they poodles. So like, I got all my friends Greek, so weird. But
Yeah, that's what it's like for me now
nah,
too.
nah,
I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah. So two of my homegirls like poodles, and
Hmm.
one of them knew TC, and man, I don't know what happened. We had end up linking somehow, and like yeah, just random after hours spot. And, me like I be off to I'm a real like standoffish guy. Like I be off to myself in the corner kind of type thing. They said something about music, and my homegirl was like, oh, type. I don't want to say my government. My homegirl was like, oh,
Trust me, the audience isn't federal. We're not federal over
she
here.
was like, oh, you rap. And at the time, like I had only had one song out, and it was on SoundCloud. Like I rap, but I wasn't taking it serious. Like
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? I was just wrote about scamming for real, literally. You know what I'm saying? And and as the night just progressed, like drinks just kept being, gave to me, pause. And I had ended up getting drunk, so we started freestyling. And from there, we just kind of locked in.
Okay, so Rick, let's backtrack a little bit. So tell the audience, a little bit about yourself. I'm sure they want to know like where you're from. I mean, well, you told us you're from Dallas, but like
So
just your upbringing.
I'm born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Really like the outskirts of Dallas. Um, Man, I was a regular kid, bro. Like I grew up. My pops made music. Um, he did music, but I never really cared for music. Honestly, like I never really had like I played sports. Feel me? Like I ran track. I played football, baseball. Like I was nasty with it for real. So like yeah, I was real life athletic. And man, I think just over the time. Just watching my brothers kind of get in trouble doing things and stuff like that, I kind of decided to like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do these kind of things. Eventually like COVID happened, and I think everybody went into like a super depressive state to where we trying to figure out, okay, like yeah, like yeah, literally like what's next. At the time I'm on 2021, like I'm trying to figure out like how do I bounce back from this. So I just honestly, bro, started getting high and just like just writing little melodies and stuff like that. It went to like 2021, 2022 that I got into a studio for real. All right, I was recording everything on BandLab GarageBand. Okay, I'm gonna go get in the studio now.
I mean, hey, like it's never it's never too late. Like if you look at a lot of like the biggest artists right now, some of them are like guys who they even like rap for real. Like, they just hopped in the studio one day and just started from there. Like yeah. So that's crazy. Cause actually, just lost my train of thought. What I was gonna ask next, but yeah, just so yeah, so just in regards to like PCR and whatnot. So actually, yeah, I remember now. So PC TC manages you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's that relationship like on a man? Either one of y'all can answer this. What's your relationship like on that basis at least?
From like a managerial standpoint, I ain't gonna lie, it bugs me. Like it really gets on my nerves. Like, but in like a respectful way because like
Like
it's like
he's hard on you. He
you
has
know
to
what I'm
be,
saying?
man.
It's my best friend, my brother, and like I know at all times like we want to be like, hey, yo, go suck one. You know what I'm saying? But like I have to think from like, all right, this is like I know where he coming from on like a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? But like I appreciate it. Like he keep me like in the studio, keep me focused, keep me like even just like he helping me learn how to like budget my bread and stuff a little better. So it's just small stuff that like you don't really just kind of see until like you see it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Like the fam treat me like I'm one of them, like kind of type deal. So I love. It's all love.
Yeah, so the audience at home, we definitely want you guys to understand, like, it's okay to have a mentor that's, on you all the time. They do it because they love you and they care for you, right? They want to see you win, all right? So those days where you really want to, knock somebody out, just think about it before you actually do it, right? Yeah. So what's your experience like being in New York then, compared to Dallas?
I'm really from the Bronx. I ain't
Okay.
I'm really from the Bronx.
Okay.
No,
I mean, I get where you're going with this. So no.
No, I love New York. Honestly, everything is different. Everything is different. Just like the fashion is crazy different. Like, you know what I'm saying? The lingo is different. I be trying to pick up like word of my dad. Like, word of my dad. I word my mom. The music drill like the Jamaican music, the Caribbean, like
Yeah, because you used to like the Paul Wall, like the that's what it's
Paul
like
Wall
in
is
Texas,
crazy.
right?
Like out of all the people you name, Paul Wall, that's
No. I'm saying like the Texas style. Like, what's that like?
Texas rap. So like I'm from Dallas, so we give you like the jigging, like
What's that?
the South Dallas swag, the Dougie. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
okay.
Like Young Nation.
Wait,
Like Young Nation, like the
nah.
snaky leg. Like
That was Texas?
Yeah, that's where all that came from.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was from like Louis. I thought that was like Louisiana. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, that came from Texas.
nah, I really didn't know. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, cause I'm just like, yo, when I think of Texas music, I'll be thinking of ASAP Rocky because he's always talking about like, no, because he speaks about like how his music's always been like influenced by like Texas. So it's like he'd always credit those guys, like the Paul Wall, people like that. So that's why I brought it up because
That's like
he even has that song Houston Old Head. You feel me? Like that's a good ASAP Rocky. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he has that southern influence, like the chopped and screwed stuff. Like,
The South got some shit. No, they do. They I ain't gonna lie, they have big influence of like what goes on. Yeah, Texas. I know I went crazy. They from Dallas. Yeah. They don't even sound like Dallas. I knew I wasn't crazy, but now it's weird that you say that. Like the whole dancing era, I feel like music started from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And then in the early 2000s, and then that's when like Soulja Boy became like. And then that's what kind of like got Atlanta on the map, or not saying like got them on the map, but like when in the dancing era. And then and then it went to the West Coast with the Jerks and like Cat Daddies and all that. And New York, and see, I wasn't hip on New York until boom, the Millie Rock and all this.
yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. The Millie Rock went further than Chicken Noodle Soup.
It did go further.
It did. Because that's the thing, New York. Like I feel like that was a thing that everybody knew, but nobody really cared to. Like I'm sure DJs in California in 2008 weren't playing no Chicken Noodle Soup.
Who did the Millie Rock? Was it Bobby? Yeah.
No. That was 2 million. That was 2 million.
I know who that is. Shout out to that guy.
He got paid off. What's that thing called? Fortnite. I think Fortnite called him that check.
Oh, really they did?
I think they did. He been fighting that for a minute.
That's dope. Shout out to bro. Yes. Heavy shout out to Millie, bro.
Yeah. So like being from Texas though, you ever wore the shag before?
What?
The shag, like the haircut.
Hey, look, it's a lot of people that wear the shag. Me, unfortunately, nah.
So it's like when you have like the afro in the back, and then you. Nah, it's just a puffer hair in the back of your head, like.
The ducktail is just a strip of hair in the back versus the shag.
The shag just like a puff, like
afro.
yeah.
It's like an afro that transitions into waves for sure.
Well, I seen people with shags that just had like some people had waves, some people didn't.
A mullet is like a white person version of a shag.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, that's fair enough.
White people hair just grow differently.
Because straight. Yeah.
He said this shag. I even know how to name it.
Yeah, bro.
I thought
Because that's it's ironic too. Because it's like we just did like a hair episode like earlier today. Like yeah, that's what like Kurt was saying and whatnot. And it's like we just like talk about hairstyles and stuff like that. So it's like that. That's definitely something. That's something that I think about now. You know, Taylor's over here. You know, that's definitely something Taylor. I'm thinking like, damn, we should ask like, what was the wildest like type of hairstyle somebody did?
I'm
sure Shaq probably was on
I
it.
thought you just walked in the chair like, yo, just do something to this. Because that looked like just something like, yo, what's going on? Like, that sound mad indecisive. Like, yo, just keep that right there, wait this in the front. Like, dog sleep this in the front.
But that's a real Dallas native haircut though, like for sure. The shag and the boosie fade. Y'all know what the boosie fade is?
I do, but I haven't seen nobody with it. It's kind of like the Nas fade. I don't really see people do the Nas fade, bro.
True. The boosie fade had.
There was one summer they tried to.
In the headlock for sure. The boosie fade, especially in the summers. Oh yeah, bro, it get nasty in Texas. I hate the boosie fade.
Yeah, so like going back to what you were speaking about, just like the culture difference. So I just did an episode with this one dentist. His name is Dr. Black, and he's from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And you know his business operates like well he practices in Brooklyn, but you know right now he's working on getting 10 more. By the time you're watching this episode, he probably done got the 10 other buildings and whatnot, offices and whatnot. But yeah, he's also working like right now. I know he's working on one in Harlem too, opening up one very soon. But yeah, he was just speaking on you know the differences in his culture from like living in PA versus living in New York, and like a lot of the similarities that you pointed out. I mean, a lot of like everything that you highlighted like were very similar to what he highlighted. So it kind of shows you like you know New York is just a unique place. You never know what you're gonna get. You know, so it's a lot to offer over here. So for all our non-New York viewers, come check us out, man. Come through. You know, spend a little vacation. I know New Yorkers try to tell you don't come through, but you know, check us out. Check us
I
out.
just feel like you just can't come and act like a tourist.
Like
Right.
you gotta act like you.
Yeah,
You
thank
gotta
you.
act like you
That's
know.
about it.
You know
Thank
what I'm saying?
you,
Like,
yeah.
if you don't know, just pretend. And I promise, like, 'cause I don't know how to ride a train pause. Like, I don't know how to catch the bus. Like, but I pretend like I know, and I'm like, hey, yo, this gonna take you over here, right?
Yeah. All right, cool.
Now they hear the voice, they know. they hear the accent, they know. They know.
Walk fast. If you don't walk fast, you definitely know you're not gonna do it. You don't walk like you got a purpose.
Yeah, I be ready to push people.
Now, especially the tours. Oh, you see, I don't know how funny it
But
is.
they just stop and look like.
Man, listen. Christmas time when people are shopping, I practice my Euro step outside.
You got to.
You
You
really
got
have
to.
to,
Because
bro.
you got to dodge people in the bags.
You gotta dodge people, bro. Just I'm hop stepping through traffic, bro. Like sometimes I pretend I have a basketball in my hand. I'm just like, you feel me? And one, like, it's just crazy, bro. Yeah. So going back to the topic though. So yeah. So you know we spoke on the management of you know your relationship between you two on the management side. So like just speak on the music side too. Like when it comes to actually like collaborating, making music together, writing music together, recording, all of those things.
Yeah, I got that. So, we just like go for our mood, like for like we two different artists in a sense. So it's like, you know, I got my own lane, he got his own way, you feel me? But like we artists at the end of the day, so like, you know, however we feeling in that moment will be like, that's what the song is gonna be. So like, for example, he got a song called Vincent. You know, he was venting on that song. That was like how he was feeling. I had another song called Had To. That's how I was feeling. So like, we just write, like, sometimes we write together, sometimes we write separate. Like, not writing together, like we write into the lyrics. Not like, he might be having his headphones in, I'm having my headphones in, we just working, writing, boom, 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 boom. Like, for me, we critique each other. So yeah, so that's how we do it for real. Like, in the like recording process, we just turn each other up for real. Like, it might be something like I might be saying too much words. He might be like, yo, bro, cut that down. Like, cut that down. Boom, boom. Let's do it like this. Yo, turn me up. Like, yo, boom, boom. So it's like, you know, we critique each other in the moment. Just give each other that constructive criticism. So, you know, just to really just, yo, let's get on it. So like, if we playing in the studio, like somebody just playing, like I was talking about recently, because we've been in the studio every day since like last Friday. I haven't been working, so it's like it was times where I went and I just had like 3 lines and
he on the outside the glass like,
Mhm.
like he looking at me like, you playing right now. You feel me? I'm like, yeah, you right. Yo, matter of fact, yo, punch me right here. I start going like, you feel me? Same way with him. So it's like that's just really how the writing and this thing. But we just bob off each other, we turn each other up. You feel me? And just really just we be grinding. I ain't gonna lie, we be grinding. Like we on a media tour. This is our second interview too. And we got another interview. Right. Kind of like iron sharpens iron. Like, I know he talented. He know I'm talented. Someday, a lot of days, I don't be wanting to work for real, dudes. Like I'm keeping it a book. Like a lot of days, I don't be wanting to work, but it's just like we be having these conversations and like we manifesting like the future and things like that. And you know, ultimately, like the end goal is the riches. So it's like when I see that, I'm like, all right, I'm focused, I'm driven. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of other things I feel like I could be spending my time doing. But I mean, this is the one that I feel like that's gonna pay off. So you gotta just stick with it. Lock in.
So TC, I remember you signed like a deal. Like, was this last year? I don't remember, but you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really like a deal. It was more like a partnership in that sense. So it was like this up and coming thing that had like for music and stuff. That partnership, I mean, like I'm no longer like with that partnership. You feel me? Not because of like them. It's just like I just wanted to go like my own way. You feel me? But it was very dope artists over there. Like some of them, they still like reach out to me, and we still like reach out. And
Anything you want to speak about from the experience, or is that just something?
I mean, no, it wasn't a bad experience. I just like it's just like for me, I just be knowing what I be wanting and like what I'm gonna do, and it's just like if I feel like somebody, people just not doing what I'm doing, I'm just gonna, move around. Like this was people that was, signed to me, and for management, I just was like, yo, you just not dedicated, you just not grinding and stuff. It's like you try to help people, and it's just like people be having a wave, they just let it fly. It's just be like, you just be like, dang, you just wasting talent. So just be like, yo, it's like I need workers around me. Like I'm a worker myself. Like he a boss, I'm a boss. You feel me? So like we like it's no man is bigger than the other. So it's like we gotta work. So if you're not on that working and really just grinding and putting into your future and really just like dedicating, like Reke said, like really just being like, yo, nah, this is what I'm gonna do and this is what I gotta do. So some people just lack that motivation, just work habits. Like people don't want to work. If you don't grind, you don't eat, and a lot of people don't fail to realize that.
So going off what you said, so, we actually have a question here we'd like to ask everybody, or at least for the most part. Sometimes we do forget, but yeah. So the question is it harder to stay creative or stay inspired? In your case, I feel like probably inspired because that's kind of what it sounds like.
What that? Like I feel like that.
Well, for both of you, actually.
What would you say? Like anybody?
No, well, no. What I'm saying is like from what both of you guys said about staying motivated or whatnot. Like we normally tend to ask people that question, but I feel like from just like what you guys said, you would probably, I'm assuming you guys probably say it's more so tougher to stay inspired.
Yeah, I think it's tougher to stay inspired. Just because in the world that we live in, especially in like today's society, everything is so based off likes, social media. You know what I'm saying? Like who has the biggest social media platform? Who has this? So a lot of people, they have like the following, but like the talent is garbage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, yeah, it's harder to stay inspired because like I don't necessarily have like the biggest following in the crowds and things like that. And it's like so I do, I may post something and it may not do what I expect it to do. So like I get a little discouraged like within myself. So like yeah, the staying inspired part is the hardest for sure. Like the creativity is there. Like
Yeah,
that's the show is there, but it's the inspiration. Like,
yeah. I mean, I would like, I don't know for that. I probably would say the inspired too, but like, I don't know, because it's like, all my life I've been doubted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't no tall dude, like, I'm 5'10". So, like, you feel me? Like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, oh, then and nah. So it's like, I always had that doubt, and I always, like, overcame it. Like, I always, like, you feel me? Like, people know, like, when I walk in the spot, I'm shaking the room. So it's just like, I just always had that, like, high self-esteem in myself, high confidence. My mom instilled that into me. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, like, nobody would. So, like, I really wouldn't say like aspiring is really too much like a problem for me because like I know where I'm going like with creativity and inspiration. Like I always been down there. Like for me, so it's just like I know what it is to be at the bottom, and I also know what it is to be at the top. So that was how I answered that question.
Yeah. So being that you manage artists, TC, what do you feel like makes an artist?
Makes the artist is
Or an ideal artist, I should say.
ideal artist. I mean, it all depends on like how you look at it. So like for me, for example, like what caught me on the Reke, we was when we was freestyling. I'm like listening to what he's saying. I'm like, nah, did y'all hear what he said? He said this. Like I'm really like, oh y'all heard that? Like he just spit that double entendre like that, and it's all off the brain. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, we was a little drunk. For me. No offense, you know what I mean? But we still like, you know, we just like, I'm like, nah, it's something going. I'm like, nah, that's hard.
Was it all champagne?
Huh?
Was it all champagne?
Well, we had the Henny. We was up the Henny, you know what I mean? We mixed the Henny with the college champagne. Y'all, if y'all listen to me, y'all know what we do. But champagne is really what we stick to. You know? But for him, I'm just saying, I'm like, nah, he dope. And it's all off the top. You feel me? Pause. So that's when he sent me his song. I listened to it. I'm like, okay, I'm liking what it is. Then I just see his artistry, just like, you know, the flow switches, the pockets, how you do it. So I say like, you know, it's more like for talent. Then you also, let's see if this person is like, where his mindset is at. So you gotta really like look at that, see where his mindset is. Like, do you have to build him up? Do you have to get him to this level? Like, where is he at? So you look at that. And then you just also look on his work thing. So before I even thought about jacking him and stuff, I was like, yo, pause. They know what I'm talking about, bro.
Listen, for the non-New Yorkers, just know this is regular.
This is regular.
Everybody here talks like that, man. Pause this, pause that.
So like, I seen his work habit. Like, he sent me one song one day. I'm like, okay. It was on a Monday. Wednesday, he sent me two. I'm like, oh shit, I'm working. But that Friday, he sent me like three. So I'm like, nah, we're going crazy. And then I'm just seeing the growth and the development. So like, we just like, one day we on the phone, we chop it up, and we just like, yo, this what it's gonna be. But I just really look for like, you know, the work habit, the talent, you know, definitely talent is one, you know what I mean? Because that's what it needs. And just seeing, you know, just the developmental, like I gotta bring him up as an artist for like his look or just anything. So I feel like that's just really what makes the artist like work habit, talent, and just the artistry book of the persona of what people look for in nowadays. So I think that's what really makes an artist, them three things.
Yeah, so for all the artists at home that, you know, definitely want to tap in with PCR Records, he just gave y'all the blueprints again on. So, you know, check him out for sure. So, is there any final words that you'd like to give us before you leave?
Oh yeah, first off, long live Buki, long live Dion, free Big Op, free Nelly, free Lou, free number 3. Shout out Top 5 Custom for the hat, you feel me, black owned business. Money Catcher _ 444, you feel me, that's a memorial to my brothers. Shout out my daughter, shout out my moms, my label, I'm about to drop an EP. Hopefully before my birthday, I'm just working, like it's like, I got the EP loaded, I gotta do one more song, and it's like, we just been working, like, we've been in the studio for like a week straight, so it's just like, it's mad music. Me and him got something in the works, he got more stuff in the works, so I just been grinding, so it's just like, to plant the EP, I don't really have the time for it right now, and stuff. Shout out G Chazo, shout out Easy, shout out Nike Lito, shout out Welly Fan, Rome Gusto, shout out Rob De Niro, all them. Shout out What's Cookin NYC because they brought me here today.
For sure.
You feel me? And shout out Reke too, you feel me? But just believing me and taking that chance is just like that leap of faith. So that really like meant a lot to me. So.
Oh, yeah, I ain't really got no really shouts out. Free the guys, free my brother, long live my grandma. Yeah. Shout out What's Cooking. That's it, bro. I'm a quiet guy, man. I don't say too much.
All right, so yeah, y'all definitely seen what's going on. We're running out of time, so we're just gonna clip it here. So it's brief. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, as always, and, you know, show love to these guys. Their Instagrams will be here. Y'all can check them out, check their music out, and we're out.
I hope you enjoyed another episode of What's Cookin NYC. You can't find us in any air fryer, and you can't cook us because we're available on all streaming platforms. Like, comment, subscribe.